1707th episode of Nagpur's most happening Facebook live show, जिसका नाम है राज की बात द्रोणाचार्य के साथ. Really want to thank Parik Brother Jewelers presenting राज की बात द्रोणाचार्य के साथ in association with Quality Sales, Quality Tiles. मेरी आज की जो मेहमान है, she is an associate professor with Srimati Manorama Bai Mundle College of Architecture, which is popularly known as LED Architecture, and she has been working for past 22 years as she has an experience of teaching experience for 22 years plus, and a versatile personality, has been a part of a lot of social awareness campaigns, helped the Nagpur city and surroundings to save the architecture, and one person to whom you'll meet and learn every time you meet her. Please welcome Dr. Madhura Rathod ma'am. Ma'am नमस्कार.
नमस्कार
मैम स्वागत आपका राज की बात में. मैम कैसे रहे हैं ये पढ़ाने के 22 साल, 22 years plus, and why did you become a teacher?
It's a fabulous journey, and life is really good from at least this time. Whatever has been planned by God for us. Being into the profession of teaching has always been my passion. So it was a journey which started right from my childhood, and it was already made up. I had already made up my mind when I was still in my school years that whatever I'll be doing in my career, but I'll be focusing on teaching. I don't know why that was something very much ingrained within me, but it happened to that when I chose the career of architecture. It was in 2007 when we had started this course of architecture education at SMMCA, and that was something when the dream comes true, because when you are already passionate into teaching and you are being boosted with your post-graduation degree into architecture education, that uplifted me into my profession. And necessarily when the profession demanded and I was inclined toward reading and writing, I went further with my PhD, which focuses on the role of human senses in architecture.
मैम आर्किटेक्चर आपने जब चुना कि आपको इस प्रोफेशन में जाना है, तो मैम आप प्रैक्टिस भी कर सकती थी?
यस, डेफिनेटली.
और मैम उसमें भी आप बिकॉज जो आप जिस तरह से इस पूरे प्रोफेशन को समझती हैं, और प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज की बारीकियां समझती हैं, तो मैम आपने प्रैक्टिस क्यों नहीं, आप एजुकेशन की तरफ रुझान क्यों?
It was the passion which moves you in life, Raj. Because though choosing architecture was my own choice, I have left computer science and engineering, which I had already got after my 12th. But I chose architecture over computer science. And the thing was that whatever career I'll be choosing, मैं पायलट भी होती तो भी मैं सिखाती, मैं डॉक्टर भी होती तो भी मैं सिखाती, मैं आर्किटेक्ट हूँ तो भी मैं सिखाऊंगी. That was something which I had planned with myself.
तो आपकी फैमिली में कोई was there into
there's a reason behind that, because the entire family is into medical, and my mausis and paternal and maternal both are into medical, and I could see their life, which was where no time was being given for family, and they were all running behind something where their profession demanded it rather. So I had thought probably if I go into medical, this is what the lifestyle I will be adopting. And then giving back to the society can come into any package. So, but somehow looking up to everybody here and there on both sides of my parents, I thought that I should do something different than usual, and I found architecture is one such career where मेरे घर में कोई भी दूर दूर तक architect नहीं थे. So I thought let's do something different. जैसे राव मैडम ने हमको सिखाया है, and there's some core value that we hold. So I always thought that teaching would always help me. Obviously हम सभी लोग जो architects हैं, हम लोग practice भी कर रहे हैं. So my colleagues and rest of my friends who are into the same profession, they are practicing. So am I. But yes, more inclined towards teaching. So
मैम आपका पहला दिन जब आप पढ़ाने के लिए क्लासरूम में घुस रही थी, क्या क्या चल रहा था मैम मन में, अगर याद आता है तो?
Raj, that was the day which I would never forget, because the moment I submitted my thesis, BAAT 5th semester thesis, I still remember the date. That was 16th of June 2001. On 17th of June, 17th of June, I was already into a private institute teaching interior designing, and there's the journey began since year 2001. So ऐसा था कि when you have already made up your mind and you wanted to do and start contributing and giving up your knowledge to rest, you have to have twofold manifestation of the things that you have managed to do. One is that you have to keep on growing yourself such that you facilitates other with the knowledge that you gain. So एक तरफ पढ़ना था, एक तरफ पढ़ाना था, and the first day was fabulous because it was like बच्चों को जो चाहिए होता है अगर वो दे दिया जाए तो जो एक्साइटमेंट जो एंग्जाइटी डेवलप होती है, that was my experience.
तो आप क्लास में घुसी और आपने बोला games period?
No, I just have a glass. No, because I was not into school. I was with the grown-up group.
Right.
And they were professionals. So I was happy to see them for a couple of minutes. This is exactly what I wanted to do in life, and the journey begins.
मैम, अब जब आप स्टूडेंट थी तो कितनी मस्तियाँ करती थी, और अब जब स्टूडेंट्स को मस्तियाँ करते हुए देखते हैं आप तो कितना मजा आता है?
Because you learn through your मजा आता है राज, बिकॉज जब आप गिरते हो, पढ़ते हो, संभलते हो, सोचते हो, तो उसमें से ग्रोथ है जी. एंड वी आर नॉट वेरी रिजिड एज टीचर्स. स्कूल टीचर्स को थोड़े से नॉर्म्स स्ट्रिंजेंट होते हैं और उनको फॉलो करना होता है, लेकिन कॉलेज में हमको अच्छा लगता है जब बच्चे when they do and they learn. So hands-on activity has always been the part of our profession and we encourage doing that.
मैम, मैं एक द्रोणाचार्य इंटरव्यू कर रहा था तो जो प्रोफेसर थी उनसे मैं बात कर रहा था, उन्होंने कहा कि मैं कई बार अपने स्टूडेंट से ब्यूटी टिप्स भी लेती हूँ. आप कौन से टिप्स लेती हैं अपने स्टूडेंट से?
No, I am a little skeptical about that because I don't know, but
वो कहते हैं ना स्टूडेंट्स भी आपको कुछ ना कुछ सिखाते हैं, तो आपने अपने स्टूडेंट से क्या सीखा?
I pay more attention towards the understanding life and its philosophy. A little bit of philosophical connotation that I hold more towards myself. But जैसे आप बोलते हो ब्यूटी टिप्स है, साड़ियों की बातें हैं या ज्वेलरी की, वो that's not my part.
इंस्टाग्राम रील कैसे बनाते हैं वो भी कई सारे प्रोफेसर ने सीखा है अपने स्टूडेंट से जी.
that they are always there to help me if I require, but I don't put my brain into all this.
Okay. So मैम, वही मैं जानना चाहता हूँ कि आप पहले के स्टूडेंट्स और अब के स्टूडेंट में फर्क क्या देखते हैं आप?
No, rather they are more smarter because the technology has helped them to grow. Right. And with time, yes, we have to hold hands with our students as well, because that was the era of understanding and what we call as a matter of respect with which they used to listen to the teachers. These days it's always a give and take relationship. So when we are delivering our contents to the students, it's necessary what are their understandings which they have already ingrained from Google. Because along with us we do have another guru which is a Google guru. And Teachers Day start with Google. बच्चों को टीचर्स डे भी सेलिब्रेट करना हो तो दे स्टार्ट सर्चिंग ऑन गूगल फर्स्ट व्हाट टू डिजाइन, हाउ टू डिजाइन एंड हाउ टू प्रेजेंट इट. सो टीचर्स हैव टू अप्रिशिएट देयर वे ऑफ वर्किंग एज वेल.
मैम, टेक्नोलॉजी एक तरफ डेफिनेटली इट्स अ बून, इट इज रियली हेल्पिंग पीपल ग्रो. इट्स जस्ट ऑन अ क्लिक आपको बहुत सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन मिल जाती है, यूट्यूब पे वीडियोस मिल जाते हैं. तो क्या मैम आप भी अपने आप को अपग्रेड और अपडेट करती हैं टेक्नोलॉजी के माध्यम से?
Definitely, that's a need of time, and we have to have a hands on the technology, and that has to be learned from the present generation because they are really very fast compared to what we are doing. Because I do work with the heritage works. There are many things which we are still evolving. So in that case, I try to take the help of this generation, because everything has to go hand in hand with the theory that we are teaching, and the manifestation of that theory into practical connotation is mandatory.
मैम, आप बहुत सारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से भी जुड़ी हुई हैं जो अवेयरनेस कैंपेन्स करते हैं, हेरिटेज और आर्किटेक्चर के बारे में लोगों को एडुकेट करते हैं. मैम, वो एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहा है?
See, that was a journey when I started as a teacher of architecture, and after about 15 to 17 years of my experience into teaching, when I thought that there's a big lot of people who are along with me and my children from colleges, and we have been already doing what the syllabus prescribe and what we are going to deliver, but ultimately I thought that is the time when we need to give back to the society. And this interest came from the point when we used to take our students on the study tours and help them document things. हमको ऐसा लगा कि I thought that there should be some parallel platform where I can take my children from the classroom to the outside world. And Architecture Sankul is my private venture when I started in 2017. Through that I established 7 domains. I call it as a Sapta Sankul, where I try to emphasize on education, architectural practices, heritage, publication, Sair Sapata. So all these domains also help students to put their hands on apart from what they are learning in the class. So that is not restricted to my college only. Now Architectural Sankul and INTAC is Indian National Trust for Art and Cultural Heritage. It's a globally recognized NGO established in 1984 at New Delhi. And they work mostly on cultural, tangible and intangible heritage. So it's a big platform where I can spread out to a larger spectrum of the society. So schools and colleges have come together, and we are working on preserving and conservation of heritage.
Ma'am, how has been the experience to work among, in a college which is among the top 30 colleges in India? SMMCA.
That's fabulous, because when you will understand the method on which we people work unitedly, that's a fabulous journey, because ours is one such college where we find that the senior, juniors and the present day teachers, we are working hand in hand. We have a team of very good students, and as you said, with time we have evolved, but we always take care that whatever planning we are doing, we try to take help of our seniors who guide us to chart it out, articulate it in a proper way, such that when it comes to students' hand, it's tried and tested. And then when we try to implement our ideas through students on their hands-on activity, that feedback helps us to get back to the seniors. So we are an intermediate generation where we are working with past, present and designing something better for the future.
Ma'am, it's been 22 years, 22 great colorful years. Ma'am, what next? क्या चीजें हैं bucket में?
It's a long journey to cater to, and जैसे स्वधर्म हमको हमारे प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर चक्रदेव मैडम ने सिखाया था कि there's a time in your life when you find that who am I, what am I doing, what is my purpose of life, and you need to go deep within yourself to understand and get to understand what I am going to contribute back to the society. So heritage is one such domain where I would like to flourish a little more better. Yes, education is never ending, so I would like to study further and get few more degrees to my credit, and working with children will be everlasting journey till the last breath of my life.
मैम, आप ऐसे ही अच्छा काम करती रहें. आपके ये जो दोनों पहलू हैं, एक पहलू समाज के लिए जहाँ पर आप हेरिटेज और आर्किटेक्चर के अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम से जुड़ी हैं, वो आप करती रहें. ये आपका जो कॉलेज में पढ़ाने का जो एक आपकी कोशिश है, वो आप बड़ी शानदार लेवल पे करती रहें. आपको ब्यूटी टिप की ज़रूरत नहीं है मैम, आप वैसे ही बड़ी खूबसूरत हैं, लेकिन आपने टिप देनी चाहिए मैम, है ना. अगर आप दे सकती हैं तो आप दें अपने स्टूडेंट्स को, वो मदद करेगी उनको. एंड मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंटली मुझे ऐसा लगता है मैम कि जब आपके टीचर्स, आपके प्रोफेसर्स जब इतने सॉर्टेड रहें, तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि स्टूडेंट्स को जो मार्गदर्शन मिलता है वो भी बहुत क्लियर पाथ का मिलता है, जहाँ पर जो फोकस है वो पूरा क्लियर रहता है. आपने अपना वक्त दिया, आपने हमसे बात करी, आपने हमें इंस्पायर किया, उसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. थैंक यू सो मच मैम. सुपर. डॉक्टर मधुरा राठौड़ मैम से बात हुई, मुलाकात हुई इन दिस एक्सक्लूसिव एपिसोड ऑफ राज की बात. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जो आपका प्रोफेशन है वो तो है, लेकिन एक जो बात मैम ने कही वो कही कि वाकई में ये जो सवाल है, हु एम आई, व्हाट एम आई एंड व्हाट एम आई डूइंग, ये सवालों का जवाब शायद हमने भी अपने आप से पूछना चाहिए. एक मंथन करना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि आप करने कुछ और आए थे, कर कुछ और रहे हैं, और हो कुछ और रहा है, होने कुछ और चाहिए था. कुछ चीज़ों के सवाल के जवाब हमारे पास रहते हैं, लेकिन हम जवाब देना नहीं चाहते, क्योंकि हम ये कई बार सोचते हैं कि दुनिया क्या सोचेगी. देखिए, किशोर दा और आर.डी. बर्मन ने ये गाना बड़ा खूबसूरत बनाया, लेकिन इस गाने में ही इस सवाल का जवाब है कि कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना, छोड़ो बेकार की बातों को, कहीं बीत ना जाए रहना, है ना. तो आप कृपया उस पर फोकस करें और ऐसा कुछ करें जिससे आप अपनी ज़िंदगी में खुशहाली लाएं और दूसरे की ज़िंदगी में भी. आपसे फिर होगी मुलाकात इन राज की बात. तब तक जिंदा रहें. जय हिंद.